What is going on, everybody? Look at this beautiful box. 35 cents a pack. 1986 tops. 86, 87, and 89 are all sealed. The 88 was not sealed. I couldn't find any that were sealed. And this 88 kind of looks like it's taken a little bit of a beating, but hopefully it's just outside the box. And we'll see. But we'll let a couple minutes early here, so I'll let some people join up. And then we'll go ahead and get ready. Hopefully, just right off the bat, we start seeing some nice centered cards. I think everyone's kind of going for a potential at a nice old school PSA 10 rookie or something like that. So that's pretty cool. We'll go fishing for that. Ooh, okay. There's still a handful of teams left. If anybody wants to pick somebody else up or anything, just let me know. I'll sell them pretty cheap. It's hard to sell individual teams, individual people, just because the shipping's going to be a bunch. It's going to be a lot of cards. But actually, I wanted to ask you guys if obviously anybody who's ever been any good, I will send out. But if you do not want like your absolute garbage players, let me know, because that'll help with the shipping. Shipping is going to be expensive. We'll see. Still got 5 minutes here, so I think we do 80, 89 first, and just go 89, 88, 87, 86, or 86, 87. I think 87's got like the most. Like the most good players in it, probably. 89. This one here is like Randy Johnson, rookie. Either Smoltz or Glavin. I think Smoltz is this one. I don't know. I'll have to refresh my. No errors or variations. I did see on the checklist that there was actually a bunch of errors, but they all are UER. I think that means like unedited or something. Like there's not a right card. Like it's just a permanent error. So. But I'm going to go ahead and start with 89. But we can just we'll go backwards, 89, 86, or 89 to 86. And here we go. Maybe we'll get a silver pack. Oh, man. Wow, this brings back some absolute memories. Seeing these like every day at my local Giant and 7-Eleven. And holy crap, they're hard to get out. They're super slick. Super slick wrappers. Randy Johnson, huh? Is that, yeah, that's Steve. Steve, right? Steve had the Expos. And these things are so slippery. I don't know. Gloves might not be the best idea, to be honest. Look how many packs there are. This is a jumbo. It's supposed to be a jumbo. Oh my God, it's 15 cards a pack, too. I'm going to be packing this thing up for weeks. Okay, there's the end of the first box. This was a mistake, doing all 4 of these at once. Just look at that. We got to do that 4 more times. Just a couple more minutes, and we'll see. So Steve, if you don't want like your shittiest of the shitty players space, let me know, because you got 4 or 5 teams. You're going to have a lot of it. But obviously, anybody who's like made an all-star team or was anybody at all. That's probably from start to finish. That's probably a good guess. But let's go ahead and get started though, because I mean I could power rip them. But let's go through a pack first and see, because this is a problem. Oh, I can feel the gum grit. I see a cool. Oh shit! We need to. Okay, so we're already gonna have the giveaways. Just some small giveaways. The first one, the first one's going to be, well, it's going to be the first AL All-Star card, which I actually think there's one right here. Looks like it's going to go to Oakland. It is Canseco. Sweet card, man. I love these cards back in the day. So Canseco will win a Canseco will win their choice. So who had the A's? Wow, these cards are so delicate compared to like a comb. The A's was Michael Lamont. Okay, so Michael Lamont will have a chance to take one of these cards with his Canseco All-Star card. So we need our first National League All-Star card, and our first Hall of Famer, which I think our first Hall of Famer is coming. Mookie Wilson, Mark Parent, Bob McClure. There's a sweet Don Mattingly. Is he in the Hall of Fame? Jeff Sellers, Jack Armstrong, Jack Morris. Is he in the Hall of Fame? Castillo, Manrique, Jim Leland, Tim Nidenfjauer, Mike Kingery. Ooh, there's another one back there. Randy Reddy and Greg Briley. Whoa. Mattingly is not in the Hall of Fame. I didn't think so. Is Jack Morris? Do a couple more packs. It's not going to take very many packs for us to get rid of the bonuses here. So, there's some more gum and that. Dave Clark, Tim Loudner, Mike Gallego, White Sox leaders. God, look at these cards. Mark Lemke, Steve Lyons, Randy Bacchus, Mark Clear, Joe Carter. That's a cool one. Mitch Webster, Neil Allen, Bobby Thigpen. He's a rookie in '87, I believe. Bob Kipper, Lloyd McClendon, and Steve Trout. I don't think there's been a Hall of Famer yet. There's more gum and those cards. Steve Ontiveros, Andres Galarraga. There's our first national All-Star. Who is that? Kevin McReynolds, record breaker for stealing 21 bases without getting caught. Old school checklist. Terry Poole, Lou Sader. I don't even know. Chili Davis, Rasmussen, Brian Harper, Ellis Burks, Bud Black, Joe Skinner, Bill Wilkinson, Jody Davis, and Juan Neves. Oh, this gum is just already turning into dust. So National League, eat all the gum at once. I'll eat a piece. I'm not scared. National League All-Star Expos. That's you. That's you, Steve. So after Lamont gets on, he can pick which one he wants. And then he'll have the next one. Cool one coming up for sure. I can't find. Okay, the gum's underneath that. Eric King, Dante Bichette. That might be a rookie card. Kittle, Larry Anderson, Orioles leaders. Danny Cox, Willie Frazier, Benzinger, Todd Burns, Burbeck, Virgil, Greg Gross, Tom Herr, Johnny Paredes, and what possibly could be our first Hall of Famer. Jack Morris is in the Hall of Fame, so Detroit. So Tom Glavine, I'll go sleeve him up just because I think this is a Bichette rookie card. Cool one there for the Angels, massively off center. But we'll kind of just throw these up as we get them here. Some fun ones. I definitely should have taken the trash out. So Detroit gets their pick. Who had Detroit? I'll have second pick actually. Company store. Ooh, look at that. Number 1 pick, Willie Ansley. German Jimenez, Doug Jennings, Andy Hawkins. There's a Randy Johnson rookie card. Jimmy Jones, Ron Jones, John Franco, Milt Thompson, Cal Daniels, Jamie Quirk, Rex Hudler, Jeff Russell, Roger Clemens, and Pete Incaviglia. That's a nice pack of cards. It's a shame that the Randy Johnson's not too centered. That Roger Clemens is nice and centered though. But Randy Johnson, nice rookie card there. Let me go back and get that Jack Morris, just so I can put it up there to remind myself that they get a pick, and they will get the second pick. So Steve, you'll have the last pick. Did Detroit have a pick? Was Detroit taken? I don't know. Detroit is mine, so that won't count. So we'll just go to whoever our next Hall of Famer is. Unless somebody wants to pay $12 for Detroit. Tony La Russa, I have met him and got his autograph. Tim Cruz. Didn't Tim Cruz die? Mark Eichhorn, Terry Francona as a player. Robin Ventura, #1 draft pick. That's a cool one. Augusto Blyleven, is he in the Hall of Fame? Hippolito Pena, Lance Parrish, Juan Castillo, Steve Jeltz, Eric Davis, cool one there. McReynolds, Terry Leach, Larry Sheets, and Tony La Russa. Greg Jeffries, the card everybody chased back in the day. Frank Robinson, Joey Meyer, Dallas Green, Candelaria, Roberto Kelly, Mel Hall, Gerald Perry, Jack Clark, Jim Gantner, Moose Stubing, Brian Downing, Randy St. Clair, Les Drucker, and Rick Mahler. We can retire now. We got a Greg Jeffries future star. Yeah, Glavine would have been next. Yep. There's so much grit on the cards from the gum and now my desk. Yeah, so Atlanta would be Holt. Guillermo Hernandez, Andre Dawson, and a National League All-Star card. Lasorda, Ontiveros. Oh, Galarraga. So we're going to get some repeats here. Draybeck, Doc Edwards, Tony Phillips, Rich Yett, Tom Brokens, Israel Sanchez, Larry McWilliams, and Willie McGee. We'll go through this stack here, then I'll power rip them. It's crazy. We've already got repeats. We're ripping like 4 packs of cards, but these things were so mass printed. Angels leaders, John Smoltz. That's a rookie. Ozzie Guillen, Daryl Boston, Sandy Alomar. That's a fun one there. Rob Ducey. Dodgers leaders, Behringer, Bradley, Bob Melvin, Rick Leach, Mark Salas, Roger Craig, George Bell. He was a good one back in the day. So put that Tom Glavine up there for guessing next. Or they'll be third, right? I think they'll be third. So we got a Randy Johnson and John Smoltz rookie. We haven't even finished the first stack. Both of them pretty off cut there, but maybe we'll find some more. Uribe, Wallwander, Daly, Morgan, Tony Armas, Eddie Murray, nice. Kevin Costman, Chris Fazio, Augusto Blyleven again, Hippolito Pena, Joe McGrain, Drew Hall, Barry Jones, and Rafael Belliard. Fun little Eddie Murray, one of the better players ever to play the game that doesn't seem to get a whole lot of respect. Put that Sandy Alomar out there. All right, I'm gonna do these like 5 at a time, maybe now. So that we've kind of got the grasp. Hopefully they don't keep flipping them around like this because it's just annoying. There's a nice Gary Sheffield. Oops, considered a rookie card there. Another #1 draft pick or whatever those things are coming up. Guess they're just a couple first rounders. Oh, that piece was broken. Save all this and give it out for Halloween. Damn, some of the packs are just staticky as hell. Jim Rice. Of course, I put it upside down. All right, let's see what we can pull out of this stack. Jim Rice, Argenis Salazar, Eric King, Bichette again, Kittle. This is too many cards to try to do this. Larry Anderson, Orioles leader, Rob Murphy, Frank White, Dave Savame. I forget how to say that. Marty Barrett, Price, Pete Rose, Raleigh, Juan Samuel, Froworth, John Crook. He's got a rookie card in here somewhere. Mickles, Cliburn, Barry Larkin. Nice one there. Fun one. John Wathan, Austin Mocker. Company Store, Denny Cox, Willie Frazier. I got to have to take off the gloves, I think. Dave Clark, Laudner, Gallego. White Sox, Lemke, Thurman, Behringer, Bradley, Melvin, Leach, Salas, Roger Craig, George Bell. The powder from the cards is making my gloves really slippery. Monty Ferris on the #1 draft pick. Pankovitz, Kirby Puckett in the All-Star card. Tim Cruz, Eichhorn. Francona, Robin Ventura again. Bautista, Stibe, Hojo, Bover, Lake, Dennis Boyd, Dibble, Robin Yount. Gary Sheffield on the Future Star. Oberkfell, Dwayne Buse, Albert Hall. Who are these guys? Randy Kramer, Greg Gagne, Fred Tolliver. Company Store. Lenny Dykstra. He's got a rookie in '86, I think. Felder, Tolleson, McGriff. Cool one there. Stanachek, Laviere, Dwight Evans, Gene Nelson, Fitzgerald. Braves, Terry Blocker. Ken Patterson, Danny Jackson, Franklin Stubbs, Carmelo Martinez. Oster, Pagliarulo, Paul Runge. Dave Winfield, All-Star. Parrish, Bob Stanley, August. Paul Gibson on the trophy. Tom Kelly, Sasky. Kurt Gibson, Dwight Gooden, Oda B. McDowell, Doug Sisk, and Jeremy Reed. Some fun ones in there. Yeah. I might take them off. It is slick. Randolph Sasser, Ernie Witt, Jack Howell, Fred Lynn, Jose Lind, Chuck Grimm, Pat Tabler, Bobby Bonilla on the All-Star card. Record breaker Gary Carter for career putouts. Portugal, Rosenberg, Herm Winningham, McKeon, Pedro Guerrero, that's a cool one, and Herm Winningham. Herm. Come on now, Herm. Just fucking gum. I'm regretting this. John Smiley, that's probably a rookie. No, it's not. Record breaker Hershiser, 59 scoreless innings. Bedrosian, Quintana, Swindell, Gary Carter on the All-Star. Alicia, Tom Kelly, Aseski, Kurt Gibson, Dwight Gooden, Odom McDowell, Burbeck, Virgil, and Greg Gross. We have seen several players twice already. Matt Williams, Upshaw. Wade Boggs, most beers drank on a flight. No. Boggs gets 200 hits in 6 straight seasons. Tommy John, Don Robinson, Ozzie Smith, Costello, Paredes, Tom Glavine, Darren Dalton, Alfredo Griffin, Frank Tanana, Jeff Kunkel, and Craig McCurdy. All right, this is a disaster. Got all these little planks of cardboard on my thing. Just slide these over. These company store cards are annoying too. Can't wait to find a whole bunch more of those. I'm standing up over the mic, so I'm just going to try to rip these real quick and put them in a pile. Cool, Vince Coleman coming up. Turn back the clock. Forgot about those cards. All right. That's the end of 89. Okay. Whew. Let's see what we got. Besides gum dust everywhere. Blue Jays. Brooke Jacoby, Karkovas, Gossage, Roger Clemens on the All-Star card. Lee Mazzilli, that's a rookie, I think. No. Barry Bonds, nice one there. Maldonado, Rick Dempsey, Palmero, another nice one. Fergozzi, Stan Javier, Jeffrey Leonard, Don Carmen, Cangalosi, Lou Brock, Candiotti, Roger McDowell. Reds leaders, checklist, Kent Herbeck, Mark Williamson, Ken Howell, Jeff Musselman. Royals leaders, Bo Jackson there. That's a cool one. Record breaker, George Bell slams 3 home runs on opening day. Perlman, Guzman, Danny Jackson, the left-handed pitcher all-star. Treble Horn, Gene Larkin, Scott Garlitz, Mark Davis. Oops, I'm putting them in the pile we haven't gone through yet. Smithson, Clements, Mike Davis, Bart Sauce, Lance Johnson, Santana, Jeff Montgomery, Dave Palmer, record breaker Doug Jones earns his 15th straight save. Jeff Ballard, Wally Joyner, Dave Hengel, Mark McLemore, Dick Schofield, Giants leaders Flannery, Don Slott, Ricky Horton, McGriff, Andy Bennis, that's a cool one. Jeff Robinson, Andy Bennis on the first draft pick there. Wes Gardner, Mike Greenwell on the All-Star. Tejada, Heaton, Wallwander, Daly, Morgan, Armas, Eddie Murray, Kaufman, Bozio, Thurman, Barry Bonds again, nice. Browning, Pagnozzi, Oquendo, Bob Force, Junior Ortiz, Scott Terry, Ricky Horton, Dave West. Greg Minton, Wade Boggs, nice one there. Hank Aaron, turn back the clock. Atherton, Boddicker, Roberto Kelly, Mel Hall, Jay Buhner on the Cold Cup, Jeff Pico, somebody else is stuck to him, Walt Terrell, Bill Swift, Dwayne Henry, Bittinger, Chad Kruger, Kurt Stillwell, Tom Filler, John Farrell, Yankees leaders, Don Heinkel, Holton, Quiones, these guys, Cecil Espy on the trophy, Dave Henderson, Mike Scott, Ponilla, Mitch Williams, Rick Sutcliffe, Carney Lansford, there he is, Jesse Barfield, Paul O'Neill for the Reds, Stottlemyre, Billy Ripken, Dave Parker, Greg Olson, number 1 draft pick, Frank Viola, used to live on Viola Street. I'll just kind of say the more popular ones now. Record breaker, George Bellier, Saul Perlman. I think I might have put that one pile back on here. Bobby Meacham, David Wells, M.S. Young in his career, Andy Van Slyke, Bob Welch, Mark Lewis, number 1 draft pick, Andre Dawson, Sachs, Benny Santiago, Shelby, Rock Raines, Joe Orsulek, Mark McGuire, cool one there, Brett Butler, Pendleton, Robbie Thompson, Chris Sabo with the trophy, Keith Hernandez, Jeff Lefferts, Cal Ripken, there he is, Sosha, Dibble, Rob Dibble, Ty Griffin, number 1 overall or whatever, Steve Avery, and Jim Abbott, back to back. Forgot about Jim Abbott. Dwight Gooden, turn back the clock. Kevin Mitchell. Jamie Moyer. He'd already been in the league 3 years in 1989. Lee Smith, Bobby Bowe, Chuck Finley. He's a rookie in one of these. Harold Baines, Jeff Blauser. That's probably a rookie card. Surhoff and Cecil Fielder. Trammell, Vince Coleman, Dennis Eckersley, Jose Rijo, Tony Gwynn to finish us off. Not bad. Some fun names in there for sure. I'm just going to leave these in a pile, and I'll sleeve them before I send them. Those better names. Let's get to 88. This one's going to be a little bit of a drag on as well. Not necessarily a drag on, but I can feel the gum is on the front. That's a lot easier. So many cards. I need to make a box for this. 88. There's not too many, but I know we're looking for Tom Glavine in this one. Bugs in the bottom of that. Hopefully these aren't all damaged up or anything. We'll see. Oh, oof. Woo! Well, we'll see what happens. Charlie Huff, Mike Campbell, and the Future Star. They do appear to have gotten wet. At least that pack. Lee Smith, Ken Caminiti. That might be a rookie. I think it is, actually. Let's see what we got here. See if maybe that was just a top pack or something. I'm not eating this gum, though. It does not look good. Bob Welch again. Larry Sheets. There's going to be a lot of the same players. Yeah, it looks like the gum juice has soaked through the cards. Interesting. Mike Schmidt. My dad pitched to Mike Schmidt and Wade Boggs. Nice. My dad pitched against Mike Schmidt in college. My dad went to Kent State. Mike Schmidt went to Ohio University. Oof. Ken Williams. Ricky Henderson there. That's a cool one. Kevin Seitzer in the trophy card there. The Seitzer. Darren Dalton, not a rookie. His rookie's in 86, I think. Eckersley again. Larry Hearn didn't get in the damage there. Brett Saberhagen. A lot of guys that I've just only heard of because I had these cards in the back. Like Brian Holton. I do not remember having his cards. Dave Henderson, Jeff Musselman on the trophy. Red Sox leaders. Bert Bylevin, Mike Dunn on the trophy. Ross Jones. Terry Leach. Ricky Horton, Cerrone. Ken Caminiti, Paul Molitor. We'll get through this first stack and I'll rip the rest, I guess. Ugh. This is a Buddy Bell card we're not going to see the end of. I'm just going to chuck that card. Willie Randolph on the All-Star card. Doug Jones. Jeff Stone. Wade Boggs. Ricky Henderson again. So they do seem to be a little bit repetitive from box to box. Let me sleeve up these Caminiti because they're rookie cards, I'm pretty sure. Former MVP. Just say no to drugs. Oof, Lee Mazzilli. Lee Mazzilli's taking a hit for the trash can there. Mahorkic. Never heard of that guy. Ken Howell. Kirby Puckett, All-Star. Rangers and Blue Jays leaders. Jamie Moyer. Will Clark. Nice one there. Rookies in 87. Andre Dawson. Tim Wallach. Twice. Wow, look at it. The Topps print runs date back to at least 1988, where they can't figure out how to put cards into a box. I'll just go ahead and rip this whole stack, and then I'll rip the other three together, just like we did last time. I'm just going to throw away the gum card unless it's somebody good. That's Mark Williamson. It is pretty disgusting. Oh, home run leaders. Benito Santiago. Yikes. Sorry, buddy. Angels leaders. Wally Joyner and somebody else on there. Yeah. Jay Baller. Oh, I think I see a cool McGuire coming though. Oh, nope. Tommy Lasorda in a golf cart. What's going on, Quimby? No, man. It's a nice Kevin Mitchell, but it's effed. At this pace, it actually won't take us that long to get through this. Bobby Thigpen. That might be a rookie. Well, he pitched in 86 and 87, so probably not. I do think he has a rookie card in one of these boxes, though. Oh, this one doesn't have no gum. Rip off. I think I can take it up with Topps. Fred Tolliver. Straight to the trash. Oh, there was gum. It fell off and landed on the other pile. My bad, Topps. My bad. One more pack, and then we'll keep going. Team leaders for the Mariners in the garbage. Okay. Nice. Got a couple cool cards here right off the bat. Jose Canseco. Fun one there for the A's. I was all over that card as a kid. Brewers. Let's see. Seth Fernandez. Bob Melvin. Al Pedrique. Terry Steinbeck. Eric Davis. Several of these are fucked up. I'm just going to check them. Thigpen. George Brett. That's a cool one. Record breakers. Don Mattingly and Ricky Henderson there. Cecil Fielder. Greg Maddux for the Cubbies. That's a cool one. O.W. McDowell. Dave Parker. Storm Davis. Samson Mookie. Roger Craig. Rafael Palmeiro. Ouch. Kevin Elster, future star. Jim Rice. Orioles leaders Eddie Murray and Cal Ripken. That's a cool one. Tony Gwynn on the All-Star with a Eddie Murray behind him. Matt Noakes on the trophy. Jose Lind, future stars. Dale Murphy. Kurt Gibson. Jack Clark on the All-Star for the Cardinals. Shane Raleigh, Phillies All-Star. Ricky Henderson again. Mitch Williams. Saberhagen. Joey Meyer, future star. Lee Smith. Vince Coleman. And that. Oh no, I still have a little bit more. Oh, that one to do. Jose Canseco again. Oh, don't be ruined. Looks okay. These two, though. I've seen better days. Jay Tibbs. Orioles leaders again. Don Mattingly. Cal. Nice Cal. We don't have much from this product up, so let me sleeve up the Cal. Okay. My boy Canseco up there, too. These Cansecos look pretty well centered from 88 tops. A couple of them now. Let's go to Power Rip. Need to see Nolan Ryan. Another Glavin rookie. Oh wait, not another. That's our first. Definitely some cool players coming up in this pack. These stacks here. Dodgers leaders going to hit the trash can. Pat Perry. Ooh, I saw Maddox, but it's just a Mike Maddox. Floyd Youmans. Bob Tewksbury. Sorry if I'm moving these a little bit off the camera. I can't just straight bending over. My back is saying straighten up. Oh no, we did get a Greg Maddux gum. Dang, that sucks. The Maddoxes take a beating from the gum. Oh no, and a Cecil Fielder. Dang, look at that. All chewed up. Kelly Downs. Going Downs. And the manager for the Expos will take a seat. Oh, back. I wonder if I left this gum outside, if an ant would even try to eat it. Probably not. All right. Let's see what we got. What do we got here? We did have Ubbo Jackson card. I think it was a league lead or whatever team card. Okay, yeah, I can slow it down. This one, I was definitely going to slow it down for 86 and 87 because they're a little bit better. These guys like the Brad Havens and stuff, but we'll go through this second half. Do you want me to read all the names? Brad Haven, Gary Pettis, Rick Manning, Tim Loudner, Tom Bernansky, Gerald Perry, Chuck Finley, I think 87 is his rookie, Gene Garber, Engel, Tony La Russa, Bob James, Dwight Gooden. You can see the gum, the gum juice has seeped through a lot of, this, even the secondary card. Dwight Gooden and the Mattingly Henderson. Checklist. Bob Walk, Krakow, Tanana, Benzinger, Carlton Fisk, Mark Grant, Jeff Calhoun, Bob Brenly, Jim DeShays, Chuck Tanner, Don Slott, Leon Durham, Akerfelds, Gary Matthews, Dan Petrie, Kevin Mitchell, good he was ruined earlier, so Juan Neves, John Candelaria, Danny Cox, Eric Nolte, Chili Davis, record breakers Benito Santiago, Alan Trammell on the All-Star, Langston, Gonzalez, Mahler, who's that? Harold Reynolds and Glenn Davis, maybe? Phil Bradley, I bet. Phil Bradley. Fisher, Brantley, Mariano Duncan, John McNamara, Eric Davis, Bobby Witt. I think his rookie's in 87. Garth Eorg, Honeycutt, Loind, Dave Winfield, Don Robinson, Ken Howell, Jerry Reed, Rocky Childress, Lance McCullers, Lee Mazzilli, Neil Allen, Glenn Hoffman, Scott Geraltz, Bill Wilkinson, Alan Ashby, Buddy Bell, Tito Landrum, the Reds leaders. Jeez, who's that guy? Pat something. Wasn't it? Oh, I'm wrong. Ken Griffey, Sr., Willie Henderson, and Mike Dunn in the trophy. Sparky Anderson, Tim Hewlett, Alan Trammell, Greg Lefferts, Pat Clements, Frank DePino, Jeff Calhoun, Bob Brenly, George Hendrick, Rob Ducey, John Smiley, Rick Rochelle. Yankees leaders there. Who are those two guys? Willie Randolph and Dave Winfield. Tim Stoddard. There's a Bo looking pretty centered, maybe a little bottom heavy. Joel Youngblood, Rob Murphy, Jeff Reardon, Ozzie Smith in the All-Star. Willie Wilson, Tim Wallach, John Morris, Donnie Moore, Dave Magadan, Mike Jackson, Bob Welch, checklist, Joe Carter, Dickie Knowles, now with Tigers, Quinones, there's another Barry Bonds, All-Star Matt Noakes, Quisenberry, Andres Thomas, Sal Butera, Kirby Puckett, there we go, Fred McGriff as well, Ray Knight, Dennis Powell, another Cal Ripken, Shane Hilligus, Tim Raines, Ronnie Hill, Braves leaders. Who are that? Who are they? Dale Murphy, Deion James, Gerald Perry, and someone else, I would guess. Cal Ripken Sr., Lenny Dykstra, Comstock, Paul O'Neill, that's a cool one. Rob Murphy, Jeff Reardon, Mookie Wilson, Brett Butler, Mike Marshall, Jay Baller, Tom Kelly, Raphael Belliard, Ken Dixon, Mike Lavalier, maybe. Deion James, those two guys again. Ernest Riles, Don Schultz, and Dave Concepcion. That is it for that pile. Okay. Lindman, BJ Surhoff, Rick Rodriguez, Greg Brock, Danny Darwin, Steve Sachs, Roger Clemens on the All-Star, Ken Schramm, nice Will Clark, Pete O'Brien, Damaso Garcia, Eichhorn, Walt Terrell, Steve Bedrosian on the All-Star card, Juan Castillo, Tim Burke, Gus Polidar, Mike Lacoste, Henry Cotto, Mike Felder, Tim Hewlett, Alan Trammell, Herm Millingham, again, I'll get old Herm, Steve Shields, Greg Harris, somebody stuck to Greg Harris, Dave Vale, Jim Leland, Thad Bosley, Albert Pujols, no, Steve Balboni, that's a cool one. I believe he was the first baseman in Major League. Or, for the Yankees. Mike Heath, Bo Diaz, Tom Hankey, Richard Dotson, Mike Trujillo, Julio Franco. Sheesh. Damn, he had 658 at-bats in 1984. Stillwell, Gearhart, Gantner, and George Bell in the All-Star card. Terry Pendleton, Bob McClure, Dave Smith, Hankey, Corey Snyder, Scott Bradley, Drew Hall, Steve Lyons, Ed Lynch, Darrell Miller, Johnny Grubb, Willie Upshaw, Len Sakata, Chuck Krim, Al Newman, Terry Kennedy, Tom Browning, Gary Booker, Mike Mason, Dave Schmidt, John Mitchell, Moose Haas, Cal Daniels, Joey Cora, Don Sutton. Man, look how old he looks in that picture. You can't even read his back of his card. He's played so many years. Born in 1945. Gary Ronicky, Dan Plesac, Petrali, Lazorko, Steve Lake, Harold Reynolds, Gary Gaetti, Eckersley, O'Malley, Tony Phillips, Bob Boone, Albert Hall, Jay Aldrich, Tom Glavine, Teddy Higuera, Doug DeCensis, now with Cardinals. Breaking news. Tom Pagnozzi, Jim Wallwander again, Cal Ripken Sr., Asaski, Mike Bilecki, James Steele, last little bit of 88, Charlie Huff, Gerald Young, Landrum, Larry Boa, sheesh, Ruben Sierra, he's 87 rookie, John Davis, Brooke Jacoby, Kevin Gross, Bobby Ojeda, wasn't he in that crash? Oh, man, that was a good one. Devon White in the trophy, he's in the garbage. Keith Miller, Odeby McDowell, Jim Traber. Is this off? Oh, yeah, I whacked this thing good. Sorry. Mosby, Dave Parker, Andy Hawkins, Barry Larkin, Sal Butera, Kirby Puckett, Rob Deere, Juan Samuel, Candiotti, Mike Sosha, Robin Yount, Jim Dwyer, Spike Owen, Dwayne Buse, Eric Plunk, Luis Quinones, Barry Bonds, and Joe Magrain to finish us out. And we're going a little bit fast, so I'm going to go back through and pull out some of these guys that are ready for the showcase, I think. You know, the couple Bonzes, the Bo. I think that's good there. We've got the Glavine over there, too. Yeah. And I've got the better cards I'm sure you've been seeing I've been putting to the side, so I can get all those sleeved up for sure. And I will go back through it for sure and look at just to pull the better names. So basically, anybody I've heard of, I'm going to ship. If I have not heard of them, they're not going to ship. Or anybody that's got a trophy or a number one draft pick or a future star or what any of those, those will all ship. Those are kind of the... Who was the last active player who played in the 80s? Jamie Moyer? The nice Tom. So Holt doing pretty well here. He's got himself a John Smoltz rookie. He's got himself a Tom Glavine rookie, and won himself one of these picks. I'll go ahead and take down the Tom Glavine third or whatever. Did I go through these? Yeah, that was the last pile I just did. Okay. That's just 88 over there now. And here we go into 87, my favorite set of all time. And more of a shell. Wow. This box seems even bigger. Oh. Buy one box, get 9 full sets. $1987 Topps Jumbo. That would be sweet. 3 autos. Could you imagine the names? There it is. 1987 Topps. I'll do this the same way. Just rip kind of pack by pack, and we'll get the flow down. I'm sure it's going to be about the same. Is that a red? Do we see red? Spring baseball fever, baby. Okay, let's see what we got. 1987, Mike Witt, Angels leader, also Mike Witt. Jerry Hairston, Mike Greenwell, that's a rookie. Bob Nipper, Davey Lopes, Padres leader, Jimmy Williams, Brian Clutterbuck, Mike Smithson, Jay Howell, Daryl Boston, Howard Johnson, that might be a nope. Rich Yett, Dick Schofield, Cecil Fielder, that's a cool one, and Eric King. I might actually want to go through this 87 a little slower. I love this set. Kind of sleeve these up as we go. This is going to be much better names than the 88 and 89. Unless we get a shit box. Doing some damage to the back of the cards, but the front of the cards are still fine. And here we go. Robin Yount, Steve Farr, George Bell All-Star, Moreland, Don Robinson, Al Newman, Jeff Stone, Alan Trammell, Greg Matthews, Butch Winiger, cool Joe Carter, Joe Mizrock, Tito Landrum, Glenn Wilson, Tom Hankey, Ken Schramm, and Charles Hudson to round out that pack. Got another red. Reggie Jackson turned back the clock. Bill Caldwell, Juan Behringer, Tony Bernazard, Andy McGaffin, Dave Stewart, cool one there. Bobby Thigpen, I think that's his rookie. Pretty sure. Reggie Jackson, Ricky Horton, Tim Conroy, Steve Boros, Charlie Liebrandt, Dave Stieb, Dave Svem, I don't know how to say that guy's last name, Pedro Guerrero, I never have, and Benny DiStefano. Todd Worrell, man, I remember that card. Ron Kittle, Tom Nito, Rangers leaders. Dave Concepcion, man, look at the cut on that. Rod Scurry, Sparky Anderson, Ed Lynch, showing off all his chins. Mark Clear, Rick Burleson, Rupert Jones, Don Baylor, Joe Hesketh, Argenis Salazar, Bruce Bochy, Mark Sullivan, and Neil Allen. What a pack of cards. Brewers leaders, Tim Flannery, Bill Scherrer, Tim Foley, Rafael Palmeiro on the Future Stars. Cool one there. Venable, BJ Surhoff as well. Terrible cut, though. Craig Reynolds, Ruben Sierra, and the 87 Topps rookie. Doug Sisk, Randy O'Neill, Steve Yeager, Odabe McDowell's a rookie there. Lee Guterman, Tim Leary, Don Mattingly. Ooh, and that one looks very nicely centered. To say the least. The back is a little bit off on the centering, but still cool. Bruce Bereni? Cool Don Mattingly. That one could actually be worth some money. That PSA 10, so that's probably $80, which is nuts to think about. What else do we got here? I'll sleeve this up so we can at least have a little bit of a recap. We're going to need hits of the break, which is probably Randy Johnson rookie card right now, maybe. Get that Raffy up there, even though he's a cheater. What do y'all think so far? Didn't see Griffey out of the 89. That was kind of disappointing. Dwight Gooden on the All-Star, though. Alan Anderson, Ron Hassey, Harold Baines. God, look at the cut. It almost doesn't make it. Greg Lefferts, Ed Nunez, Danny Darwin, Ricky Henderson turn back the clock. Cerrone, Alan Davis, Kevin Gross, Mitch Webster, Dick Hauser, Alvanero Espinoza, Frank Viola, John Franco, and Ken Daly. Mark Eichhorn, Fernando Valenzuela, Manny Trio, Greg Swindell, Mike Brown, Ken Griffey, Cal Ripken All-Star. Hey, Mike Trout. Nope, Steve Trout. Pat Sheridan, Tony Gwynn. Sweet one there. Chris Bando, Bilecki, Lloyd Mosby, Cal Daniels, Carmelo Martinez, Nate Snell, and Rick Shue. Red, Rick Anderson, Doyle Alexander, White Sox leaders, Atlee Hammaker, Mike Loind, Brad Havens. Oh, I saw the green. Moose Haas, Phillies leaders, Willie McGee, Nick Aseski, Gene Garber. Someone's behind him. Who is it? Mike Fishlin. The classic Mike Fishlin. Oh my God, look how far he's choked up on that bat. Randy St. Clair. Mike Fishlin, 516 career games, 3 career home runs. Wow. Randy St. Clair must have been a hell of a fielder. Gene Michael, Sal Butera, Danny Heap, and Rich Bordy. Jim DeShays, Jim Rice, Dennis Eckersley, Cubs, Chris Bosio, Ray Quinones, Ron Karkovis, Gary Matthews, Pat Dobson on the Future Stars. Oof. Brooke Jacoby, Pete Rose, manager, gambler, Eddie Whitson, Nick Aseski again. We just got on last back. Bob Horner, Lou Piniella, Randy Bush, Bob Welch, Thad Bosley. I had somebody in here that was cool. Tony Gwynn. Let's get Tony Gwynn up on the board. Terry Kennedy, Calhoun, Eorg, Nieves, McCurdy, Reedus, Brian Downing, Gary Templeton, Reds leader, Jerry Mumphrey, Scott Terry, Jody Davis, Kelly Gruber, Bob Tewksbury, John Selby, Teddy Higuera, and Mariano Duncan. That was an amazing pack of cards. Is Lamont in here somewhere? Lamont, you need to pick your winner. Dave Leper, DePino, Pirates leaders, Dennis Lamp, Jackie Gutierrez, Ryan Sandberg, cool one there. Tekov, Trujillo, Felder, Jack Clark. That was always a cool picture. Cangelosi, Mets leaders, another Eddie Miller, Kurt Young, Bill Amon, Hal McRae, and is that Yogi Berra? Yogi Berra for the Astros. Get that Sandberg up there. Cool one. That's a cool one. Tracy Jones, Raleigh, Corey Snyder on the cup. Ramos, Ward, Blue Jays leader, Dave Winfield, Bud Black, Ed Hearn, Phil Bradley, Lenny Dykstra, Rookie in 86, I believe. LaVallery, Darryl Strawberry, Jim Clancy, Don Slott, Dave Dravecki, and Kevin Romine. Oops, is there someone else? No. Darryl Strawberry. Going out there to Joe March, courtesy of Quimby. Bob McClure, Expos leader, Tony Walker, Rick Manning, Tony Bernazard. Wow, he was an all-star. Bruce Sutter, Jeff Russell, Mike Heath. Pena, Forsch, Orsalak. Dave Collins, George Brett, fun one there. Rich Gossage, Doug Drabick, Jose Uribe, and Gene Mock. Checklist. Aaron, George Fraser, Atherton, Greg Gross, Rich Gedman, Ageo, Ken Phelps, Walling, Dan Pasqua, Bob Shirley, Jim Rice, Oral Hershiser, Gene Nelson, Jerry Willard, Danny Gladden, and Mike Boddicker. Let's get some studs. Let's get some studs out here, Tops. There's a bunch in 87. We need to hit some of those. Schatzeder, Dodgers leaders, Rick Leach, Dave Parker, All-Star, Manny Lee, Bobby Witt, rookie, Woo. Tony La Russa, ooh, he's got some spillage or something on him. Kurt Gibson, John Kruk. Might be a John Kruk rookie. He's a rookie in 87 or 86. Buddy Biancalana, Bob Walk, Mickey Hatcher, Keith Hernandez, Scott Bankhead, Rob Woodward, Gary Carter, and Tom Waddell. Whoa, he's backwards. Backwards in the pack. Jim Acker has the gum stuck to him. Vince Coleman, who won there, Damaso Garcia, Pat Tabler, Mickey Tettleton, Terry Forrester, Dwight Evans, Denny Martinez, Ken Howell, Tim Pisnarski on the Future Stars. Wow, Bill Dawley, Fernando Valenzuela, Orioles leaders, Frank Tanana, Barry Larkin, Rook, and Jim Acker again. Nice Barry Larkin rookie there. Another pack where one is backwards, I think, or no? Something. Now these are all the same way. This is ooh, I do see some fun card though. Rance Mullenix. Hey, Rance. Jamie Kokanauer. Who are these guys? Tony Phil, Herm Winningham. He's back. All three. Matt Young, Bip Roberts rookie, Bruce Bochy, Tim Burke, Larry Herndon, Giants leaders, and a nice Barry Bonds. Jim Deshays, Tony Gwynn in the All-Star, Carney Lansford, John Henry Johnson, Tony Armez in the checklist. Let's get that Bonds up. A nice one there for the Pirates. Barry Bonds. According to his 1987 card, weighed, I can't even read that. That is so tiny. 185 pounds and a 6'1". So don't be a cheater, Barry Bonds. These cards are all sorts of going which way now. We got two forwards and some backwards. Don Ass, Mahoric, Dotson, Lee Mazzilli, Storm Davis, Brian Dayett, Scott Bradley, Darnell Coles, Eric Plunk, Sid Fernandez, Joe Price, Terry Harper, Mike Kingery, Billy Hatcher. There's that big oaf we saw in the league leaders, Ron Robinson. Bill Russell and Paul Molitor. Cool Paul Molitor. Stone, Trammell, Mike Witt. Angels leaders, Jerry Hairston. Mike Greenwell on the rookie again. Bob Knepper, Davey Lopez, Joey Royster, Tom Lawless, Augusto, Sammy Khalifa, Phil Gardner, Bill Kruger. We're getting a lot of A's. We need the other ones. Rafael Santana, Jimmy Key, Chris Welsh. We need the other A's. McGuire, Canseco. Indians leader, Bobby Thigpen, rookie again. Robin Yount, Steve Farr, George Bell, All-Star, Polito, Don Robinson, Al Newman, Reed Nichols, Bryn Smith, Jeff Dedman, Mike Davis, Ricky Wright, Jim Beattie, Ron Oyster, S. Oster, Mike Lacoste, and Billy Sample. Sparky Anderson, McCurdy, Gary Reedus, Bill Caudill, Juan Behringer, Tony Barnazard, McGaffin, Dave Stewart, Hubert Brooks, Mike Schmidt, nice one there, Dickie Knowles, Larry Parrish, Danny Cox, Dwight Lowry, Marty Barrett, Steve Fierovid, and Alex Trevino. BJ Surhoff, Future Stars. I saw that at PSA 10 was $50. Craig Reynolds, Todd Worrell, Ron Kittle, Trujillo, Terry Kennedy, Dave Concepcion, Rod Scurry, Candelaria, Gullickson, Kipper, Sebra, Kevin Bass, Enos Cabell, Rafael Ramirez, Andre Dawson, and Rick Dempsey. God, how old is Rick Dempsey there? Born in 49. Whew. Didn't know there was another Palmer. Pittsburgh team leader. I'm not sure why I flipped it like that, but before I start that down. Ramos, Ward, Blue Jays leader Flannery, Sure, Dave Leeper, Frank DePino, Dale Murphy, Kurt Wilkerson, Ken Dixon, Gubixa, Roger McDowell, Chris Cotterali, John Tudor, Dan Bellardello, and Dave Palmer. Cal Ripken on the All-Star, as well as Tony Bernazard, Sutter, Russell, Heath, Baines, Lefferts, Nunez, Jose Rijo. Is that a rookie? No. Ron Reynolds, I think he's 86. Loudner, Glenn Davis, Pankovitz, Mike Young, Rob Deere, Doug DeCensis, and Reggie Williams. Come on, 87. We still got a whole bunch of cards to look through. Let's get a couple more hits here. Atherton, Greg Gross, Mark Eichhorn, Fernando Valenzuela in the All-Star, Ken Phelps, McClure, Expos, Tony Walker, Burt Blyleven, Jay Tibbs, Milt Thompson, Jim Presley, T.R. Bryden, Tony Fernandez, Jim Gantner, Jim Slayton, and Pat Perry. Jim Gantner. Whew. Dave Parker, All-Star, Manny Lee, Bobby Witt, rookie, Tony La Russa. He's got some shit on him again. Gibson, Heron, Frazier, Zambito, Hewlett, Ted Power, Wally Backman. That one looks just like the Kevin Mitchell rookie card. Used to throw me off every time I saw it. Candy Maldonado, Mike Krukow, Ray Knight, Fred Tolliver, and Leon Durham. Fernando Valenzuela, Orioles, Tanana, Barry Larkin on the rook again, Jim Acker, Schatzeder, Dodgers, Karkovice, Brock, Jack Howell, Dave Gumpert, Sundberg, a nice Roger Clemens, got a little dot there though. Bill Swift, Daryl Motley now with Braves, Rob Murphy, and Dave Smith. Clemens, another Barry Larkin Rook. We take those. Vern Rule, Pete Incaviglia, Schultz, Ricky Henderson, Mike Moore, Mike Laga, Charlie Kerfield, Randy Nyman, Len Matusik, Tommy Lasorda, Rick Rochelle, Chuck Tanner, Alfredo Griffin, Doug Corbett. One stuck back here. Greg Gagne, Bill Doran, and Hal Lanier. See some more green. Tony Gwynn, Carney Lansford again, John Henry Johnson, Armis, Checklist, Ken Howell, Tim Pisnarski, Dawley, Seaver, Gerald Perrell, Sean Dunston, I think he's 86 rookie, Oberkfell, Mike Fitzgerald, Dan Plesac, Bob Kearney, Bob James, and the Mariners leaders. Mazzilli, Storm Davis, Brian Dayett, Scott Bradley. Coles, Giants leader. Barry Bonds again. Jim DeShays, Chris Brown, Brian Olkers, Jim Morrison, Mookie Wilson, Jamie Quirk, Pat Clements, Greg Walker, Ron Romanek, and Bill Wegman. And they're nice Barry Bonds. This one actually looks really good. Very nicely centered. You never know. Candiotti, Dave Van Olen, Juan Bonilla, McNamara, Wade Boggs on the All-Star. Don Ass, Mahoric, Richard Dotson, Kirby Puckett, Don Carmen, John Denny, Tim Wallach, Jeff Sellers, Dennis Boyd. Is that Oil Can Boyd? Darrell Evans, Tom O'Malley, and Joe Negro. Wait. Yeah, okay. I thought there was one stuck. Right after this, I'm going to post a Topps Chrome break. I have 25 blasters that I picked up today at Target. Frank White, Mike Moore, Laga, Kerfield, Nyman, Buckner, Renicky, Gary Carter, Upshaw, Rick Aguilera, Quinones, Mike Easler, Jim Leland, Vance Law, Dennis Leonard, Marvell Wynn, and Jeffrey Leonard. 4 packs remain. Come on, baby. Hit us with a couple nice ones. Fergosi, Ward, Frank Williams, Ernie Witt, Brian Fisher, Checklist, Incaviglia again, Don Schultz, Reardon, Oquendo, Larry Sheets, Nipper, Terry Harper, Kingery, Billy Hatcher, Ransom Mullenix, and Jamie Kokenauer. Langston? That might... No. Andy Allenson with the trophy. Minton, Joaquin Andujar, Aldretti, Lamar Hoyt, Brett Butler, Wally Joyner on the trophy. I think that's his rookie as well. Tony Phillips, Herm Winningham, Matt Young, Bip Roberts, Bruce Bochy, Tim Burke, Larry Herndon, Terry Pendleton, and Joe Cowley. He's got to go. All right, making good time. Polito, Donnie Hill. We've got the whole A set except for McGuire and Seiko. Hubbard, Carlton Fisk, Jeff Reed, Bobby Ojeda, Lou Whitaker, Dave Parker, Bruce Benedict, Greg Harris, Paul Zuvella, Russ Morman, Dave Rigetti, Mel Hall, Randy Myers. That might be a rookie. Junior Ortiz and Vita Blue. Vita Blue, though, has some gum damage there. Wax damage. Last pack of 87. Otis Nixon, Kent Herbeck, Danny Tartable. That's a cool one. Indians leaders, Tom Hume, Dave Rigetti, All-Star, Jerry Royce, Steve Carlton on the White Sox. Wow. Lee Lacey, Ron Guidry, Kurt Ford, Juan Espino, Ron Darling, Brett Saberhagen, Mike Maddox, Pete O'Brien, and Bob Brenly to round us out. And 87 Tops has been completed. And we are on to 86 in the silence of the chat is deafening. That's the best card we can pull out of here. No Bo Jackson out of that 87. That kind of stinks. Would have been nice to see. All right, one more run at it. What's this? Push-up candy. New. All right. Give me one of those per pack. I'll eat one of these pieces. The oldest gum. 86. I used to love these cards back in the day, man. Loved them. Empty box. Let's go. Oh, goody. Every card is a different direction. Oh. Jeff Reardon, Daryl Thomas, Steve Braun. This can't be the way they were packaged, is it? Jesus Christ. Ow. Brian Dayett, Len Barker, Pete Vukovich. Wow. That might have been the guy from Major League. Mark Hill, Larry Anderson, Ron Hassey, Willie Upshaw, Charlie Huff, Bob Forsch, Carl Best, Chris Bando, and Jamie Easterly. It's going to be quite disappointing if every single pack is like that. And it appears like it's going to be Ron Say, Dennis Eckersley deep into the Cubs there. Terry Leach, Ivan DeJesus, Mario Ramirez. What's he looking at? Gene Petralli, record breaker Phil Necro, oldest pitcher to hurl a shutout, John Denny, Keith Hernandez, Bob Gibson, Ed Nunez, Gary Templeton, Rich Hebner, Lamar Hoyt, and Jay Johnston. The gum. He's got the gum stuck on him. Oh, this thing's going to take a while flipping this shit around every time. Darryl Miller, Al Oliver, John Tudor in the NL All-Star, Richard Dotson, Jim Dwyer, Jack Perconte, Mike Flanagan, Luis Sanchez, Steve Carlton, Lasorda, Eddie Whitson, Bill Caudill, Herm Winningham. How the hell are you? His first Topps card was. And this guy too, Kokenauer? God sakes. I know we've got Herm Winningham in all 4 years. That's nice. Joel Youngblood. Damn, that card has seen better days. Fisher, Kurt Kempshire, Nate Snell, George Foster, Donnie Hill, Brian Little, Jim Slayton. Got a Tim Raines card, but it is beat to hell. Gene Garber, Dave Dravecki, Rick Ruchel, Carlton Fisk, Stenhouse, and Rafael Santana with the gum. Now we got a couple that are backwards. Damaso Garcia making the All-Star team. Bob James, Bruce Sutter, Sid Bream, Don Robinson, Rich Gedman, Tom Pacquiaret, Bob Stanley, Kurt Gibson, Tony Bernazard, U.L. Washington. Wow, some of these cards have taken a beating. Bruce Bochy, Kent Herbeck, Roger McDowell. That might be a Roger McDowell rookie. Sammy Stewart for the Orioles. Nice Cal Ripken. That's a sweet one there. Dale Murphy, Fernando Valenzuela, Dwayne Murphy, Terry Kennedy, Kevin Gross, Bert Hooton, Kent Tekulve, Dave Johnson, Dodgers leaders, Ben Ogilvy, Ricky Henderson on the AL All-Star, Brad Wellman, Ron Mathis, and Mariners leaders. Give me that Cal. '86 Topps Cal Ripken. Sweet card. DePino, Barry Bonnell, Don Mattingly. Nice one there. Looks really good, actually. Rick Manning, Phil Bradley, Ricky Henderson. Another nice one there. Quisenberry, Glenn Hoffman, Ozzie Smith on the All-Star. Chuck Tanner, Jerry Reed, Scott McGregor, Tony Phillips for the A's. That might be a rookie. Nope. Andre Dawson, next was leader, and Mel Hall. Don Mattingly looks pretty solid, to be honest. The back is a little bottom white, but I don't care. Rich Dower, Rafael Ramirez, Mike Smithson, Danny Darwin, Manny Trio, Darryl Strawberry. That's a fun one there. Durham, Mark Davis, Tim Burke, Denny Gonzalez, Giants leaders, Cliff Johnson, Mike Jeffcoat, Stu Kilburn, and Mark Clear. Yeah, this is a good one. The flipping and turning every card, though, sucks ass. Dave Kingman, Johnny Ray, Mike Fishlin, Jason Thompson, Pete Rose, Rick Roden, Bob Horner, Bill Buckner, Dave Sachs. That's a cool one. The Pete Rose retro cards. Mark Thurmond, Mike Jorgensen, Wade Boggs, Mike Brown, and I don't know who that is for the A's. Probably Mike Davis. Ted Simmons, Ozzie Smith, Dunbar, Jim Sundberg, Tim Corcoran, Ricky Adams, Juan Samuel, Razor Shines. What? Turn Back the Clock, Willie Mays, Bobby Wine, Marty Barrett, Dick Hauser, Hal McRae, Greg Minton, and Ron Guidry, AL All-Star. Dennis Martinez, Bud Black, Jay Howell, Keith Moreland, Larry Parrish, Ray Miller, Dave Parker, John McNamara, Dave Stewart, Chris Brown, Brett Saberhagen. That's a cool one there. That's the second year for him. He's a rookie in '85. Larry Sheets, Ken Dixon, and Bert Bereni. Pete Rose insert is fire. Yeah, it's cool. What's going on, Lewis Barry? Steve Kemp, Lloyd Mosby, Chris Chambliss, Brett Butler, Bob Nepper, Ray Fontenot, Joaquin Andujar, Blue Jays leaders, Jack Howell, Rick Langford, another checklist, Billy Sample, Another Pete Rose insert there. Rick Sutcliffe and Steve McCarty. Donovan, you had the Reds, right? Rich Bordy, Nick. I think we've seen that guy in everyone too. Saski, Len Sakata, Charles Hudson, Greg Nettles, Carney Lansford again, Scott Fletcher. My dad knows Scott Fletcher personally. Steve Yeager, Steve Henderson, R.J. Reynolds, Mike Gallego. I think that's a rookie. Yeah. Twins, Bruce Hurst, Daryl Sconiers, and another Razor Shines. You probably can't see them, but you got two Barry Larkin rookies. There's a cool Ryan Sandberg 1986 tops, Tom Berdansky, Doug Flynn, John Tudor, Alan Bannister, Alejandro Sanchez, Don Slott, Ed Jurak, Reds leaders, Marty Barrett, Dick Hauser, Hal McRae. We've seen this exact pack. Rod Gardenhire, Kent Tekulve, and Davey Johnson. That Sandberg sleeve up. That's a cool one. We've got those two Barry Larkin rookies over there in the corner. Can't see them, I'm sure, because of the massive pile of garbage that I have here. I have to vacuum my desk when I'm done. There's so much shit on it. Mike Hargrove, Onyx Concepcion, Dave Pasqua, Dave Anderson, Tim Laudner, Steve Lake, Jerry Royster, Spring Baseball Fever, Dodgers leaders, Ben Ogilvy, nice Eric Davis there, the second year, Brad Wellman, Ron Mathis, Mariners leaders, Glenn Hoffman, and Pascal Perez. Rick Camp, Carmelo Martinez, Dave Van Gorder, Steve Garvey. Isn't he like a senator now? Danny Walling, Tom Herr, Mark Bailey, Checklist, Jerry Reed, Scott McGregor, Tony Phillips caught by surprise, signing a ball though, that's cool. Expos leader Mel Hall, Mark Davis, and Timmy Burke. Dick Schofield, Danny Heap, Frank Euphemia, Oda B. McDowell. Damn, he was an 86. That's a rookie then, right? Or no? Ernie Riles, Bill Doran, Dick Williams, Denny Gonzalez, Giants leaders, Cliff Johnson, Dave Van Olen, Jeff Lottie, Mark Clear, Bill Buckner, and Dave Sachs. Gary Ward, Mike Scott, Jackie Moore, Pat Sheridan, John Wathen, Willie Hernandez, Chris Welsh, another one of those Pete Rose ones. That's the same one we just already had that one. Checklist, we dropped a Mike Jorgensen, Wade Boggs right behind that. Mike Brown, A's leaders, Jackie Gutierrez, and Joe Beckwith. Pretty cool Wade Boggs there. Maybe we'll just get to Dante Bichette the hell out of there. Cardinals leaders, Davey Lopes, Marvell Wynn, Mike Boddicker, Dave Bregman. Rangers leaders, Steve Balboni again. Cool George Brett there. Roy Thomas, Mike Jones, Brian Downing. That's a Darren Dalton rookie card there for the Phillies. Bill Madlock, Mike Moore, and Mark Sullivan. Dan Gladden, Brad Kaminsk, Al Cowens, Paul Householder, Reggie Jackson, that's a cool one. Don Carmen, Dwight Evans, ooh, a Pete Rose. Nice one there. Jackie Gutierrez, Britt Burns, Walt Terrell, Al Jones, Junior Ortiz, and Willie Randolph. Tim Wallach, Dave Collins, Mark Solis, Bob Lillis, Tony Perez, Rich Thompson, Jesse Barfield, Tom Seaver, Steve Buchel, Reed Nichols, David Green, Pete Rose insert again, Bill Lasky, Billy Martin, Terry Francona on the Expos. Mike Morgan, Dave Concepcion, Glenn Brummer, Yankees leaders, Mike Marshall, Ron Davis, Clint Hurdle, Willie McGee, and All-Star Dan Petrie, Harold Reynolds, Don Sutton, Dennis Rasmussen, Gene Nelson, Gary Carter, and Fernando Valenzuela, most consecutive innings start of season, no earned runs. Doyle Alexander, Juan Behringer, Chris Pitaro, Mike Scioscia, Dick Ruthven, Mets leaders, Ricky Horton, Ken Howell, and Randy Reddy, Buddy Biancalana, Carlton Fisk, and Brett Saberhagen on the All-Stars. Vince Coleman, that might be a Vince Coleman rookie. Tony La Russa and Scott Thompson. That might be a Vince Coleman rookie, and it's very well centered. I'm not sure if it is or not. I can't remember him being in 85, but he did play 151 games in 85, so maybe he's 85 tops traded. I don't know. Glenn Brummer, Yankees leaders, Gary Woods, Pete O'Brien, Bill Stein, Astros leaders, Damaso Garcia. The dude was an all-star. Glenn Cook, Steve Crawford, Dwight Gooden, Pedro Guerrero, all-star as well, Jose Uribe, Bobby Wine, Don Ass, I guess, and Don Mattingly. 3 all-star cards in that pack. Chris Pitaro, Mike Scioscia, Dick Ruthven. We just saw these guys. Mets leaders, Ricky Horton, Mike Morgan, Concepcion. Tony Perez, oldest player, hit a grand slam. One day prior to his 43rd birthday. Rusty Staub, John Russell, Frank Tanana, Ray Burris, Jerry Hairston, Ricky Henderson on the All-Star card, and Jeff Barkley. Gary Woods, Pete O'Brien, Bill Stein, Astros leader, Damaso Garcia, Doyle Alexander, Juan Behringer. Literally just saw these guys again. Ron Kittle, Gerald Perry, Atlee Hammaker, Ozzie Smith on the All-Star card, Johnny Lamaster, Ed Wanja, Brian Harper, and Bert Bylevin to finish that pack off. Kurt Wilkerson, Ron Robinson, Joe Nolan, Bob Boone, Tim Stoddard, Royals leader, Andre Dawson there in a nice one, Johnny Grubb, Sean Dunston, that's got to be his rookie. Pretty sure it is. Kurt Young, that's his rookie, I think. Whitey Herzog, Mike Schmidt, Keith Atherton, Bobby Brown, and Randy St. Clair. Those are some fun pack of cards. Sixto Lezcana, Dave Lapointe, Chris Cotteroli, Andy Van Slyke. Is that a rookie? No, not even close. Gene Mauch, Luis Salazar, Terry Pendleton, Steve McCaddy, Steve Yeager, Steve Henderson. Really? 3 guys named Steve in a row. Donnie Scott, Phillies leaders Glenn Cook, Bruce Hurst, and Daryl Sconiers. Joe Hesketh, Phil Garner, Bill Russell, Bobby Valentine, Tony Gwynn. That's a cool one there. Getting close to his rookie. He was 83, I think. Toby Hurrah, Charlie Liebrant, Frank Robinson turned back the clock. Dennis Rasmussen, Jack Howell, Rick Langford, checklist, Billy Sample, Randy Reddy, and Rick Sutcliffe. Yeah, I think I'm going to just post it today and you'll fill it up tomorrow. Or I can just post it tomorrow. Gary Lavelle, Tom Nito, Tigers, Fitzgerald, and Andre Thornton, Don Baylor, Krakow, Steve Trout, Trujillo, Milt Thompson, George Bell, Bob Jones, wearing aviators out there, Joel Youngblood, and Bob Rogers. Dave Henderson. I think we've seen him on 3 different teams. Dusty Baker for the A's. Good Lord. Tom Seaver, Turnback Clock, Dave Palmer, Steve Bedrosian, Ron Cerrone, Jeff Leonard, George Hendrick, Vern Rule, Roman Romero, Donnie Hill, Tom Filer, Scott Garlitz, Bill Campbell, and Mike Young. Alan Ashby, Gorman Thomas, Jim Wolford, Paul Runge, Padres leaders Jim Morrison, Ken Daly, Bob Welch, Tom Hume, Jim Dwyer, Nolan Ryan, there we go, finally. Jeff Burrows, Calvin Schiraldi, Vida Blue, and Dennis Eckersley again in 1986. It's our first base, Nolan Ryan. We've had at least one insert. Jack Morris, Ed Romero, Mickey Hatcher, Tippy Martinez, Dave Schmidt, Gary Ronicky, Jody Davis, Jim Clancy, Floyd Bannister, Bill Scherrer, Tony Armas, Greg Booker, Rod Scurry, oops, put that in the wrong pile, Jeff Reardon, and Mario Soto. 3 packs remain. Barbaro Garby. What? Charlie Moore, Chris Spire, Bob Brenly, Juan Beniquez, Harold Baines, 1986, Pete Rose, Eddie Murray. Cool one there. Little faded. Dan Bardadello. Andy McGaffigan, Bruce Sutter, Matt Young, Jim Rice on a cool one there. Lance McCullers, and Jesse Orozco. Dwight Gooden, George Wright, Greg Gross, Robin Yount, Bruce Benedict, Wally Backman, Claudel Washington, Bob Shirley, Marty Castillo, Floyd Humans, Mookie Wilson. Is he a rookie in 86? No. Ron Darling? No. Dave Rucker? Neil Allen and Jose De Leon. And our last pack, coming in at just under an hour and 40 minutes. A lot of cards were looked at. Sal Butera, Bob Clark, Mike Mason, Eddie Milner, Frank Viola, Bill Allman, Dale Barra, Willie McGee, Checklist, Roger Craig, Eric Show, Al Pardo, John Butcher, Cool Pedro Guerrero, and Dan Dreisen. Well, we came, we saw, and we did it. So I'm going to try to be careful with these because they're not sleeve. We got two nice Sandberg, or they are sleeved, they're not top loaded. Two cool Sandbergs, 86 and 87 top. Sandy Alomar on the future star. Robin Ventura, the #1 draft pick there. We'll leave those three there. There's a Tom Glavine rookie there. I need Mike Lamont. Yeah, no way. Cool Daryl Strawberry there. Don Mattingly did pretty well tonight. Three base cards there of 86. I guess there are no other options, but 86, 87, and 89 for him. Vince Coleman, I'm not 100% sure if that's a rookie, but it's a cool card. Palmeiro on the rookie, their future stars for the Cubbies. Caminetti getting 2 rookies for the Astros. Cal Ripken getting an assortment of cards. He had an insert or 2 as well, 88 tops and 86 tops. Canseco with 2 88 topses. Bo Jackson with an 88 tops. Barry Bonds getting 2 88 tops as well. Barry Larkin coming through with 2 rookies there for him. A couple of pitchers here. Nolan Ryan in 86. Randy Johnson and John Smoltz both getting rookie cards. Wade Boggs in 86 tops. Tony Gwynn had 86 and 87. I don't know why I didn't put the 86 up there. You had a couple Roger Clemens and a nice Eddie Murray. And the 2 Barry Bonds cards there. 2 Barry Bonds first tops. I think he had 86 tops traded, but I would say that it's probably Randy Johnson. I don't really know, but those 2 are going to be in it. Probably Smoltz maybe. Both coming out of 89 or 2 coming out of 89. I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think that counts as Barry Bonds' rookie card, so it'd be something like that. But I'll take a look around. Barry Larkin maybe sneaks in there. And then Lamont needs to pick between one of these 3 cards, and then it's Lamont, Martino, and Holt. We'll get the last one. Okay, everybody, that was fun. It's probably a little bit too much. Yeah, 86. Bonds has an 86 tops trade, which I think is his official rookie. This one's like his first tops card or whatever they say, you know. Yeah, so I think I will wait till tomorrow to post the next break, just because this just ran a little bit later than I wanted to. It was fun, though. I appreciate everybody getting in. And like I said, I'm going to mail out anybody that I've heard of. I'm going to mail out. These other guys like Sal Butera or whatever, he's not going to get mailed out. I will, however, if somebody wants to just buy whatever's left, I will ship you all the cards if you want all the cards that I have left over. If you wanted to try to do something with it or whatever. So, but I appreciate it. It was super fun, and we'll get back at it here with some modern stuff coming up. I appreciate it, everybody. Cheers.